Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Samir, and today we're going to talk about something important if you're thinking of becoming a cargo van driver. It can seem like a great gig at first, but before you take the plunge, I want to give you 3 big reasons why this job might not be for you. If you're considering this career, stick around and listen carefully. Let's get into it. Let's start with reason number 1. Unpredictable income. When you work as a cargo van driver, especially if you're an independent contractor, the money is not guaranteed. Many drivers are paid per delivery or per mile, and how much you earn depends on the number of jobs available. But here's the kicker: those jobs aren't always steady. For example, during holiday seasons, deliveries skyrocket. You might feel like you're making great money and think this will last forever, but then there's times when demand drops, especially after the busy season, and suddenly you're struggling to find enough work to make ends meet. There are slow periods in this business, and when that happens, your earnings can drop significantly. If you don't have a financial cushion or multiple streams of income, you could find yourself in a tight spot. And another thing to consider is competition. As more people get into the cargo van business, there might be fewer jobs to go around, which can drive prices down and make it even harder to stay afloat. So, if you're looking for a job with predictable, steady income, this might not be the best path. Let's move on to reason number 2. Long hours and physical demands. One of the biggest misconceptions about cargo van driving is that it's just a driving job. Like you'll be cruising around all day, easy breezy. The reality, it's often far from that. The work can be physically exhausting. First off, you're not just sitting behind the wheel. You're also loading and unloading heavy items, sometimes all day long. Some deliveries require lifting packages that weigh 50 pounds or more. And if you're not used to it, that can really take a toll on your body, your bag, and everything else. In addition to the physical strain, the hours can be brutal. You might have to start your day early in the morning or work late into the night. And depending on the job, you might be driving for long stretches of time, sometimes hundreds of miles in a day. The stress of driving in traffic, finding parking, and rushing to meet deadlines can also be mentally draining. Just keep that in mind. It's not uncommon for drivers to work 10, 12, even 14-hour days. I remember driving 20 hours straight to maximize my earnings. And remember, you may need to work weekends, holidays, especially during peak delivery seasons. So if you're someone who values regular hours, free weekends, or a job that's easier on your body, this might not be the right fit for you. Lastly, reason number 3, high operational cost. This is probably the biggest challenges drivers face, and it's sometimes a lot of people underestimate before they get into the business. Sure, buying a cargo van is a big upfront expense, but the costs don't stop there. You've got to factor in fuel, which can get expensive fast, especially if you're driving long distances every day. With fuel prices constantly fluctuating, you need to prepare for spikes in cost. Then there's insurance. Depending on where you live, the type of cargo you're transporting, and how often you're driving, insurance premiums can be high. You also need to think about vehicle maintenance. Cargo vans are workhorses, but they're not invincible. If your van breaks down or needs regular upkeep, those repair bills can quickly add up. And reminder, When your van is in the shop, you are not making money, but the bills keep coming. It's easy to overlook these expenses when you're just starting out, but they can really eat into your profits if you're not careful. And let's not forget about wear and tear over time. The constant use of your van takes a toll, leading to expensive repairs or the need to replace the vehicle sooner than expected if you don't budget for these costs and properly maintain your van. You can end up losing money instead of making profit. So, those are 3 big reasons why being a cargo van driver might not be the best career choice for everyone. Unpredictable income, long hours, and physical demands, and high operational costs are challenges that every driver faces. If you're not prepared for these, the job can be more stressful than rewarding. But don't get me wrong, it's not all bad. There are definitely upsides to this business, and I'll cover those in another video. The key is to go in with your eyes open and be ready for reality of the job. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more tips and advice on the cargo van business. And let me know in the comments, what is your biggest concern about getting into this field?